Okay, here we go. So, hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that this is live. It is, there we go. Okay, here we go. So, hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that this is live. There, okay, yep. I see it, it's there. So I'm online, I'm ready to go. It's kind of weird because I'm watching myself on one screen and trying to do this video without watching myself. Just odd. So, those of you here, welcome back to the channel, and we are going to be doing the Super League draw tonight. So, this is my 2024 25 Super League elimination bracket. Actually, that's the elimination bracket's there. I'll show it to you in a minute. I'm going to do the draw. This is going to be do the 8 groups, groups A through H, the top 32 teams, and it will be 4 pots. So how we did this is we set up. Let me kind of go into here. We have it set up to where I have the pots that are all available. You can see them over in here. I will pick a team from. I'll pick the first 8 groups out of pot 1, and then I'm going to make sure that if you guys can hear me, someone put something in the chat. Make sure you can hear me. Then I'll make sure that none of the teams, none of the countries get picked again for the same group. So, like if I pick Liverpool into pot A, they can't have any more English teams. So you can see I'll put the team name over here, and then the countries that are available to go into that group, I will start removing that as the teams get picked. I have some rankings down here on the bottom corner. Basically, that's just like a ranking of 2 rankings. One of them is going to be the average strength, the average ranking for the teams in there. So on a 1 to 37, because not all of the top, not the top 32 teams made it. There were some countries that had teams that were number 9, number 10, and so forth that would have been in the top 32. They didn't make it into this, so they won't get drawn out. Freiburg is the number 37th ranked team, the only team with a negative goal differential. They make it in from the Bundesliga. So that's going to rank out the strength of the rankings. And then I also have the goal differential. So I'm going to have the goal differential rankings as well. Let me just do this really quick. Okay. I have the goal differential rankings as well. And just so 2 different rates. Really, I'm trying to look at see what is the group of death here. What's going to be the hardest group? What's going to be the easiest group? See how it plays out. The schedules are pretty much ready. I'll put them, I'll slot these teams into each of the schedules. The bracket's ready. You can see that Group A goes against Group H, A1 against H2. So the top of the top of this chart will go against the bottom. So the first place teams against the second place teams, and then it switches up on the other side. So E1, F, G, and H1 will go against A2, B2, C2, and D2. So that's how it's going to break out for elimination once we have once we've worked that way. It's going to be a home and home round robin, so each team will play 6 games in their pool. Top 2 teams will advance. So it should be good. It should be interesting. I played a lot of practice games. You guys have seen those. The practice games, I've kind of worked out some. I've worked out the hopefully the kinks. Hopefully the worked out the factors of change to make the stronger countries have stronger results or better results. So we'll see how it works. See how it plays out. We are going to go ahead and start the draw here. So what I've done is I have this box. It's Bark Box. This is for this is in honor of Peanut and Rooney. So they got a Bark Box to be the box that I will put the teams into. The teams are going to be like Liverpool, PSG, Bayern Munich. So you can see that. Those are going to be for Pool 1. For Pool 2, 3, and 4, I just have the countries on the back here, so I know not to pick a country that's already been picked. So that's Germany, I have Spain and Italy. So I'm going to know which countries to pick so I don't double them up. The first pot is a pretty good spread. I have 2 from England, 2 from Spain, 2 from Italy, 1 from France, 1 from Germany. But pot 2 has 5 English teams in it. So we'll see what I have to do a little bit different when I get there. But let's go ahead and put these teams into the box. We're going to do pot 1 teams. So pot 1 is Liverpool, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, PSG, Napoli, Real Madrid, Inter Milan, and Arsenal. Shake it up. Okay. So, Group A, from pot 1, Inter Milan. So Inter Milan goes into Group A. So I can take this, copy it, and paste it. So, Inter Milan is the 7th ranked team, 1.158 goal differential. You can see that start to show up down here. Group B, Arsenal goes into Group B. So the number 7 and number 8 teams have been picked already. Arsenal goes into Group B. Looking at the game I played yesterday, which was PSG versus Bayern Munich, you want to be on the other half of the bracket of those two. They're good. Those are good teams. Yes, they have a lower coefficient. Those are some good teams. So you want to try to avoid those guys as long as possible. Group C, Real Madrid. So the number Real Madrid with a water spot on it. I dripped some water on it. That is the number 6 team. So it looks actually the number 5 team. Looks like the top half of this bracket is so far the weaker half. Group D, Liverpool. So Liverpool will go into Group D. And if you look at those teams, those will all slide onto the left hand of the bracket. If they win their pool, will slide on the left hand of the bracket. So if the pot 1 teams all win, they all avoid PSG and Bayern Munich, which will be on the same side of the bracket if that ends up happening. Okay. Group E, Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich goes into Group E. Group F is Napoli. So the good thing about that, good and bad, we know that Bayern Munich will not be playing PSG in a quarterfinal match. At least it could be a semifinal match if they both win their pool. Group G, PSG. PSG will go into Group G. And Group H is going to be Barcelona. That's a pretty loaded half of the bracket. I'm going to say that half of the bracket is tough. So Group A has Inter Milan, Group B is Arsenal, Group C is Real Madrid, Group D is Liverpool. Bottom half, Bayern Munich is in E, Napoli is F, PSG is G, and Barcelona is H. That is going to be that's going to be rough. Okay, the second pot. So how I'm going to do this is because there's 5 teams in, there's 5 English teams in pot 2, and hopefully I'm not, oh man, my box already messed this up. Well, that's a problem. I need to, I put the box down and it messed up my lines. So now I got to make sure I get the right teams in here. Who is a pot C team that is in pot 2 team in pot 3? Newcastle. Juventus. Okay. Make sure I got them right. Newcastle, Manchester City, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, and Chelsea. Bayer Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, and Atlanta. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pull the 2 English teams. because there's 5 English teams in pot 2, I'm going to make sure that they are not getting it mixed up. And so the first pick here will be Liverpool. Group D will pick one of the, I got to do this first too. Let me not put that down because that was a mess. Italy, England, Spain, England, Germany, Italy, France, Spain. Okay. Second pick, pot 2, Liverpool. So Group D, Liverpool gets Bayern Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen. So Bayer Leverkusen will now go into pot D. And, sorry, my mistake. Bayer Leverkusen goes in Group B. Arsenal comes first. So Bayer Leverkusen goes there. Let me put Germany back in here. Almost messed up already. Group D, Liverpool's group gets Atalanta. So Atalanta will go into this group. And so now we have the need to go to a smaller box because that thing is too big. We'll throw the English teams in here. We'll take the one team left. That is Atletico Madrid. And so we know that Atletico Madrid cannot be drawn into the Real Madrid or Barcelona group. So if I pull them up, I'll do another pull. Inter Milan goes first, and they will, in Group A, draw Newcastle. Newcastle will go into Group A. Real Madrid draws Chelsea. That's a tough draw there. Pull the English teams out of here. Bayern Munich, Group F, gets Manchester City. Manchester City goes into the Bayern Munich group, and that early on is the group of death. Those are two, that's the number 3 and the number 1 seed in pot 2. Group F, Napoli gets Aston Villa. There you are. Which means Barcelona is going to end up with the last English team. That is Nottingham Forest. So Barcelona gets Nottingham Forest. And the Spain team, which is Atletico Madrid, goes in with PSG. Okay. And that's it. That's the first 2 rounds. If you look at this right now, I can do a quick sort here. Yeah, I don't even have to do that. Group E is the hardest group. That's the Bayern Munich Manchester City group, which we thought. Group D is second. Group C is third. That's the Real Madrid Chelsea group. And Group G is tied with them. So definitely the toughest group, Group E. That's your group of death so far. Now, pot C. Make sure I do this. So Spain goes out of here, and England goes out of here. There is one English team left, and there's one group without an English team. So in pot C, Brighton and Hove Albion will be dropped into Group G. That's the remaining English team. That's where they have to go. We might get some duplicate countries here, so we just got to keep our eye on that, make sure that doesn't happen. I'll drop pot C into the box. And we'll see what happens with this. Group A. France, Germany, and Spain. Of course, I pulled 2 Italy teams right away. Athletic Bilbao goes into Group A. Group B will be Marseille. Marseille goes into Group B. So that is the worst team in Pot C. So Arsenal likes that. They like that draw. Group C. Can't be them. Group C will get Lazio. So Lazio goes into Group C. And Group D will get, not them either. I keep pulling all the Italian teams. Villarreal. Villarreal goes into Group D. Okay. Put these guys back in here. So I have 3 Italian teams, and that's who's going to be picked in the 3 Italian groups. Group E. Watch them get Juventus. Oh, they get Roma. Group E gets Roma. Group F will get Fiorentina. They were on the channel earlier. So Fiorentina goes into Group F, which means Juventus will go into the group. Juventus goes into the group with Barcelona and Nottingham Forest. That's actually, for them, that's not a bad draw. They're just behind Nottingham Forest. After 3 pots, we have a tie for the top 2. It's Group D and Group E. Those are the 2 toughest groups. That's the Liverpool group and the Bayern Munich group. The 3rd hardest group is Group H, Barcelona, Nottingham Forest, and Juventus. Okay, 1 pot to go. This is where it gets a little bit harder because I'm running out of countries to pick. Oh, did I mess up? Man. Okay. So I messed up. Which means I have to change on the fly one group, and someone's not going to like it, but that's the way it is. Darn it. Okay. Marseille goes into Group F. And Fiorentina will go into Group B. Figured that would happen somewhere, and it did. So France still is available here. France is not available there, so Spain and Germany. So I gotta make sure I have this all set right. France, Germany, France, Spain. Yes. Okay, yep, 1 mess up. Hopefully no more. Last pot. Into it, oh, what do I have left? Italy has 1 team left, so there's only 1 place for them to go. That is going to be AC Milan. AC Milan will go into Group G. So that's done. Group G does not get a team from Germany. I have... Okay. Put everybody else into the pot, into the box. Group A has to be a France or German team, and that will be Monaco. Monaco goes into Group A. Hopefully this works out. Group B has to be France or Spain. That is going to be Lille. So Lille goes into Group B. Group C, France or Germany, will be Eintracht Frankfurt. They will go into Group C. Group D, France or Germany, will be the worst team, Freiburg. So Liverpool gets to have the worst team in the tournament in their pool, and that's nice for them. They will no longer be the toughest pool. I have 3 pools to go. I need a France and Spain, Spain and Germany, and France and Germany. Okay, so Group E. Real Betis. Real Betis will go into... So the two toughest pools drew the 2 bottom teams. Those teams are kind of in trouble. That will be tough for those guys. Group F will get Borussia Dortmund. They go into Group F. And the last team is going to be Nice. Gets to be put into Group H. And that will be the draw. That's where it will end up. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up there. After that's all said and done, the toughest group now ends up becoming Group G with Paris Saint-Germain, Atletico Madrid, Brighton, and AC Milan. That is the toughest one. The second toughest group is now Group C. Real Madrid, Chelsea, Lazio, and Eintracht Frankfurt. Group E and H are tied for the third toughest. So 3 of the 4 toughest groups are in the bottom half of the bracket, which could fare well for them on the second place teams going against the top half of the bracket. The easiest pool is Group B. That is Arsenal, Bayern Leverkusen, Fiorentina, and Lille, tied with Group F. No, Group F is, Napoli, Aston Villa, Marseille, and Borussia Dortmund. On the goal differential, Group E is still the toughest. That's the highest goal differential. That's the Bayern Munich, Manchester City group. Second one is Group G. So those are the 2 toughest groups there. The lowest goal differential group is Group F with Napoli, Aston Villa. Aston Villa is not a good goal differential team, so they may struggle on that. So that will do it. That's going to do it for the draw. I will be putting these teams into the schedule. I will post that information into the Delphi form. The schedule, I'll put a link to a schedule up there, and then put a link to the schedule up there and see. I don't know when I'm going to start. Pretty soon. The company I had at our house is gone, and so I don't have to deal with that. So I do have some time this weekend to do stuff. I'll be going out of town soon, so that might be an issue. But that's it. So if you have any comments, go ahead and leave a comment. I didn't see any chat, so I don't know if you guys were trying to chat. I don't even know if you guys could hear me. So that will do it for the draw. I will post the information on the Delphi forum. I'll post some information on the Facebook forum. But for you guys that joined me, thank you for joining this, and I will see you guys online. This will probably be it for Friday Night Football. I don't know if I'm going to do a video tomorrow. We'll see what I'm doing, but might be time for a day off from that. But otherwise, stay safe. Have a good night. Have a good weekend, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good night.